I literally just peered over the edge.
Yeah.
What do you got? Shark?
Good morning. Find somewhere a little bit echoey but hidden in the wind here. Early morning rise. Figured I'd get that first sunrise out of the way, and it was a cracker. So we're still on anchor for the morning. We got breakfast coming up, and then sounds like Captain Cam's got some really cool things planned for today. Apparently there's a spot just up here where there's just like loads and loads of iguanas, and like nobody really knows why, but they all like seem to congregate in this one spot. Take a little tender ride this morning, get out there, go and check those out. And then we're going to make our way 3 or 4 hours down to what is apparently a super beautiful location. I want to see some sharks. I want to get in the water with some sharks. So pretty pumped to do something like that. But so far it seems like a very jam-packed experience on board at last, which is cool. Constantly moving to different locations and seeing different things with time to kind of rest as you cruise between A and B, which is awesome. And yeah, just loaded with toys. Already on the hydrofoil yesterday with the dog, which was such a cool experience. And slept like a baby on a boat. Some of your best sleeps in your life will be on a boat, because it kind of just rocks you to sleep like this. So it was yeah, it's perfect first day yesterday, and I think it's only going to get better. So not a bad little morning start on day 2. First little swim? Oh no, you've had a swim.
I've had a swim.
You've had a swim.
Second swim.
It's my first little swim of the trip.
It's like a swimming pool.
It's literally like a swimming pool. The sun's not even out, so it's like, you probably can't see it from the video, but I mean, we can see the bottom absolutely perfectly. I'm excited. Jumping in. No sharks. Where's the sharks? You ready? You ready? Jumping over you. Checking out some iguanas behind us. Got to go onto the beach, get up real close, get a couple of birds that came out of the bushes straight to the stick. This is what some of those shots look like. It was epic. Going for the blueberries for me. Here you go. Having a dog on a boat is one of the coolest things, because you don't often get dogs on boats and the crew don't normally get to see pets. So to have one like this that wants to surf and wakeboard with you and do all those things is just epic. Alrighty, we are on to our next location, departing that beautiful little island with the iguanas, but everybody keeps telling me, like, Jared, this is literally just the beginning, so pretty excited to see what's next. So the interesting thing about this boat, it is a jet boat, so no big props at the back, but rather 2 big jets. And what that essentially means is that the draft with a very flat bottom boat like this one, that we can get into some really unique locations, super shallow draft. So we can literally be in water where you can almost like jump in 3-4 meters deep and still have well clearance on the back with the jets. So apparently where we're going now, very few boats can get into, and I love experiences like that, being able to do things that not many others can. So looking forward to this. Actually ever seen more blue water in your entire life?
It looks like chlorine. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I don't even think I could capture that in paint.
You don't have the colors?
They don't exist.
Alright, well I have just woken up from an involuntary nap. I just totally fell asleep without even thinking about it. We've just arrived at our next anchorage, and I haven't seen water like this in my whole life. This is the most ridiculous thing. And it's like Becca's little heaven, because this boat's so shallow, so we can get up and it's like
shallow,
it's shallow and warm.
Can see all the sharks because it's so see-through.
It's the best.
Most of the sharks don't bite.
We're gonna go over to a little museum on the beach down there and go and find out a little bit of history about this island and about Nassau, and then from there I think we've got a sea aquarium later to go and check out some fish. So pretty excited. Some fish. Apparently all the fish gather in like one little spot in particular that Captain Cam wants to take us to, so pretty excited for that. You haven't done much like proper snorkeling with fish.
We did Bali, but it was like
yeah, it was questionable.
super ab.
So yeah, this is gonna be good. Alrighty, quick stop at the museum. Gonna jump back on the tender now, head out to what they call the aquarium, which is where all these fish seem to congregate in the same place, and get some proper snorkel shots. I've been waiting for this, so looking forward to it. Is this the life or what?
This is the life right here. When you're freezing cold, you just jump in the hot tub.
Alright, epic little session out on the water in the sea aquarium. We're back on board, got the jet skis out already. Didn't last long because we got a massive rain squall coming through, so gonna chuck a little time lapse on and see how quickly this one comes through, although that one looks pretty big. I literally just peered over the edge.
What do you got?
Tell us about nurse sharks quick.
Yeah man, they got a big broad head, so quite wide, a little bit different to a reef shark. They both lay on the bottom, but nurses are very placid. They don't really have teeth, they got like little bristles,
little gums.
Yeah, gums, but yeah, they're just dark brown and they're just puppy dogs of the ocean.
Alright, let's go check them out. Phew. So cool. Such a simple little pleasure, but so beautiful. Check the sunset. So rain on yachts is always such a tricky one because as crew, especially when like these squalls of rain come in down in like Bahamas and the Caribbean, you've got this in the back of your mind where you still have to help guests like now to jet ski and to do all those things, but then you've also got to run upstairs as quick as you can to get all the covers on to make sure that all the cushions and all the couches stay dry, because sometimes these rain squalls can pass over super quick and then all the covers come back off, and if you forget to do them, then all the cushions stay wet for hours and hours on end. So as crew, it's like it feels like you just as fast as possible get all the covers on to keep everything nice and dry so that the guests can essentially use them again as soon as the squall passes. I'm not sure how long this one's going to be around for, but yeah, it's definitely easier to manage rain in the Caribbean than it is in the Mediterranean, even though it's more frequent here in the Caribbean to have these quick squalls that pass over. In the Mediterranean, you get something called red rain, which is a lot of the sand from I think the Sahara Desert that blows up high and then drops down with the rain on top of all these boats in the Mediterranean. And for crew, it sucks because it drops this like red soot all over the boat, so it's like makes the boat look insanely dirty, even though the crew's been maintaining it and cleaning it the whole time. So I would take rain squalls in the Caribbean and uncovering and covering and uncovering and covering over having to essentially as quick as possible rinse the whole boat down, because you can't really leave that sand on the surfaces of the boat because it scratches it pretty quickly. So yeah, it's just interesting because now also with rain with guests, it's like, now what do you do? Because it's raining, so you can't do water toys. So, but to be honest with you, currently being in the like guest position on board with rain allows everybody to just chill out, not feel like they need to do anything, not feel like they have to be anywhere, but just to hang out as a family on the boat, play some board games. We're about to have some canapes and some drinks upstairs, undercover on the bridge deck aft, which is always protected from the wind because of the way that the boat's anchored, and just enjoy the evening with family. So far, I imagine if it rains every day, it would suck a bit, but so far it's just been pretty amazing weather, a little bit windy, but been pretty perfect.
How was everything?
Beautiful. It was so good.
Oh, good.
Can you tell us about a turn down quickly? Because this looks like a turn down.
Do you want to know what it is or why it's so nice to have one?
Both.
Turn down is you just remove all the excess pillows and then you fluff it up and you iron it nicely and you fold it over so you just climb into bed, ready and waiting, and the pillows are straight down. And it's so nice because I did this so many times. So many ironing to get it straight.
She's done a pretty good job.
Turn down jockeys every night.
Alright, we're gonna go and play our last game of Uno with the family, and then dump all the footage, tuck into bed. I think another big day tomorrow. Potentially pigs and sharks and all of it. Alright, let's go play some Uno.
Quick one.
Oh, 3 in a row? Denali, have you gone yet? All the images and videos in this episode where I use a mirrorless camera were captured on Sony and Sony lenses. Sony provided me with some of my favorite gear for this trip to ensure I captured the best quality for this experience. If you're interested in filmmaking or storytelling through capturing content and you'd like to learn more on media creation, you can sign up free on the Sony Alpha Universe platform. Simply register and have access to so much helpful content. If you'd like to support me, click the link below and have a look at the free platform. A huge thanks to Sony for sponsoring this episode.